Hey guys, thanks for joining me. I'm going to create just a small bouquet with some flowers. I got the host filler today. I just grabbed just a couple. Actually, I wanted to see about just using one or two flowers and some greenery, and that's kind of it. But I wanted to use, this is the first time I've used the 4-inch pillow here, and these will be for sale on my website and on my Facebook page. So, but I will tag you in that later. But anyways, I like how it comes together and it clips together really easy. If you want to, you can go ahead and tape it or wire it to make sure it stays shut. But what I'm starting with, I've got 3 different kinds of greeneries. First, I've got this Italian ruscus. Then I've got this eucalyptus guinea. But then I painted some of that same stuff gold because I wanted to have a touch of gold. And then, actually, I just went and cut some of my bushes just because I wanted a third one. It's similar to the others, but I'm like, okay, we'll just use it anyway. And so we kind of have that, so that automatically kind of gives me my angle right there. So let's go ahead and just start with that piece. Again, I'm gonna start with like a crisscross pattern, pulling it all the way down. Then I'm gonna have another one going the opposite direction. Kind of like that. And then now I'm going to use some of this, but let's see kind of how far I want it to go down. So I don't want to be too crazy, but I want to be able to utilize as much of it as possible, not waste a bunch. So I'm going to cut it right there so I can still use the bottom half. Then I'm going to put this one. Okay. Oops. And then there's still another piece here that I can use, so I'm going to get 2 pieces out of it. There we go. Well, and I'm just going to be holding it kind of like that. Let's do another piece. I'm going to have this one kind of going up. So I'm going to cut it there and cut this extra off. See, I'm kind of creating just this open little area right here that some of the flowers are just going to sit. Then I've got this extra piece. I'm going to put this one down below on the bottom. There we go, kind of like that. Now I'm going to use some of the gold. So far I have used just 3 pieces of my bushes, and I've used 2 Italian ruscus, but I've cut the Italian ruscus into 4 pieces. So 2 became 4. But I want this touch of gold kind of mixed in, and I might make, spray paint some more later. And if you see me going every once in a while, just kind of turning, it's because I'm looking into my mirror. So there we go. Is that all my gold? I think that's all that I did. I'm still looking for a little bit more, I think, right in here. So there's another bush. Trying to kind of complete it. Okay. So there, it's already, if you stand back at it and look at it, that's already pretty. It's free-flowing. It's kind of airy. It's not super tight. And that's what I wanted to go with. But here's the deal. I got some peonies, and I thought I got a different kind. And this kind, it looks like a carnation in the middle with the large petals on the outside, and that is just way too big. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this down, and I hope I don't ruin this by doing this, but I'm going to pull off all of these large petals or cut them off. Okay, this makes it smaller. It's not that I didn't like it, it just wasn't going to work. It was just too big. I'm hoping this still isn't too big because you kind of need a focal flower in the middle. I'm going to cut this down a little bit already because this is already going to be a tight squeeze in this. So here we go, and I'm going to put it, I'm going to turn to my mirror real quick. And with a stem this big, you might want to put it in maybe before some of this greenery to make sure it fits, because this stem, like sunflower stems, are kind of thick. Okay, that's It's really not too bad. Okay. Want to tuck it in a little bit more? Okay, we're just going to start with that one right now. Again, I want to make sure you can see that touch of golds, and I'll probably put a little bit more gold in later. Okay, and it's purposely going off a little bit further over here. Make sure I picked it up right. Did I pick it up right? Okay. Make sure you got it picked up right. Now I'm going to do some spray roses. Let's go ahead and clean your stems so you can just stick them right in. So I'm going to do that to a few of these. And I need to look up the type of white spray roses they are, because look how big they opened up. They opened up really pretty, and I really like those. I was grabbing some of these to practice for a wedding that I've got coming in a couple weeks. I wanted to see with some of these larger hydrangeas that I've got over here for another project, how many I kind of really needed because they had larger heads on them. So, all right, let's see. I'm going to start with this one right here. Then let's start with another one on this side. Let's see. And then I'm going to do one down here. Now, I may or may not like this. I haven't decided yet. Okay, let's just stop with it there. I'm gonna go ahead and cut some of these off because they're stabbing me a little bit. And now I'm going to, I've got this yarrow, I think that's how you pronounce it, some shades of pink and ivories, but I think I'm just gonna pull out the pinks and use it. You can also paint baby's breath instead of using this. You see how this has a lot of little pieces? So I think this one, I'm gonna try this one first. It's gonna be long enough for me to slide it through. You make sure it's long enough so when you actually set it in water that it's gonna. Okay. Might need to cluster some of them together. And to cluster, we might need to tape them together. So I've got this piece, and I'm gonna do another piece here. So I'm putting 3 pieces together, and then I'm gonna tape them together. So I'm gonna take a lot of tape, just a little bit. Okay. See, I like how when you cluster some of them together and to create that. Well, now these I'm gonna leave all kind of spread out. I'm trying to decide where I want those. And I'm kind of liking it out in the background, kind of like right there. Or if I can kind of mix them in even with some of these. So I'm gonna put it right here and pull it through and see how it looks. So you just kind of play with it until you like how it's sitting. And I got clusters of 3, and I'm gonna grab, ooh, I don't want this water to fall over. This one, I'm not taking the outside petals off because it hasn't opened full bloom. And I'm gonna tuck it in where it kind of stays closed. All right, let's put it in there. We're gonna put it in this top little area right in here. Ooh, the knots in the stem is kind of, oh, I like that. I like that. And what we're going to do for the next one, again, we're going in groups of 3. So I did 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. I'm going to get one small bud that hasn't opened up. I'm going to put it here. Let's see what it looks like. Let me grab it real quick. So I want to make sure you can see it, maybe more off to the side. So it's like a mini oval. So we're going to go way off to the side right here. See, I want you to make sure you can still see it. So 1, 2, 3. This is your focal point. There's your medium size, and there's your smaller one. One thing I'm learning and that I didn't do is I didn't wire it or tape it, so this keeps going to pop out. So I would tape it with your, you can either wire, and this is my waterproof floral tape. I think it's a 1/2 inch. They don't have this at Hobby Lobby. Theirs is clear. This is kind of like duct tape for flowers. Oh wait, here's another gold that I missed. Just want to make sure you can really see the gold. I really want it here. I'm kind of liking it right over in there. So once you get it in place, then you can go back and add other greenery and bigger leaves to cover this up. I'm gonna go spray paint some a set of spray roses real quick, just to see what it looks like. I'll be right back. Hey guys, I'm back, and they look a little bit more. I probably need to spray paint a little bit more to see it more metallic-y than what I did, because it looks like it's just more of a hint, but it is dark outside, and I couldn't really see what I was doing. So I would spray this a little bit more to get more metallic look. So here we go. We got our 1, 2, 3. Then we've got our groupings of 1. We might need to put a little bit more here. 2, then 3, and then 1, 2, 3. But we're just going to do 1, keeping it odd numbers. So 1, 3, and 5. So I think I'm going to put it there. I want you to be able to see it, but not be like in your face. So I want it to be like that hint. It's a good way of using your little 4-inch to get to a little bit smaller of the oval look of your bouquets. So now what I need to do is I'm going to take the bottom of this, and I'm going to cut some of these down. Oops, there goes my mic. I didn't use it earlier, my bad. I'm going to cut some of these down. I'm going to cut them at angles so that'll drink water easier. And I don't want to pull them too much, because they'll snap. And then I'm going to use this. So let me go ahead and put this down until I can get a piece. Oh look, that's what it looks like upside down. It actually looks go upside down. You might like it that way instead of that way. Actually, I think I actually like it. Might like it better upside down. But what you'll do with anything else is then all of this that you see, you can choose to cover it up with some larger greens. And then what you can do is, I don't have them here, or even some of the ones you might take off of here and then glue them. The dark green is facing out, that kind of disguises it. So you can glue these around the top of this so it's not so noticeable. And then just take your ribbon, around the bottom of it, I just have this silver ribbon here. and it's wide enough. It's covering where the tape is. And I just tie it in a knot and then let it hang. And then you can just let it hang. And that's it, guys. That's it. This is actually a little bit tighter than kind of what I would normally do, but it works. Or this way, it works. So you guys tell me which way you like it. Which would be the gold up or the gold down. Talk to you later. Thanks for joining me.